What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of the Multiverse Report. Tonight, we are recapping a small bit of news and also talking about some summer movies from Krypton to Tatooine and everywhere in between. My name is Mike Gibson. With me, as always, Steve Haller. What's up, Steve?
Well, Mike, I just flew in from Albuquerque, and boy, are my arms tired from all the accordion work we heard on Friday.
Accordion work we heard on Friday. Oh, Weird Al. Okay, yeah.
Yes, even the Albuquerque was a Weird Al reference.
Boy, I had no idea what you were talking about there for a second, because Friday seems like
a decade ago.
Yeah. Big Saturday, big Sunday. Topping off my big Sunday, doing a live episode of the Multiverse Report, which we haven't done in a little bit. I think we did say in our previous episode that our schedule for the summer was going to be a little off just because we were busy and kids are doing stuff and schedules are crazy. So, less of a dedicated Sunday, Monday night kind of schedule thing. And there's not even really that much to talk about tonight. We just wanted to do it because we hadn't done it in a while. So we want to get back into it. So we're going to talk about some summer movies coming up, talk about what we've seen, what we still want to see, what we're excited about coming up. There's also a little bit of DC news that I'm going to spring on to Steve here in a minute.
Oh, boy.
But yes, we went to see Weird Al Yankovic on Friday night in Syracuse, New York. And Steve, I had a blast.
Oh, absolutely. Like there was, you look around yourself at one of his concerts and there's not someone who isn't smiling.
Yeah. Just everyone's, if you're paying money to see Weird Al Yankovic, then you are ready to have a good time at that show.
And he was
he delivers in a huge way.
A+. Yeah. Anyone who has any inkling, go watch it. Yeah.
If you like laughing, and also incredible performances, musical performances, you should go see Weird Al because he has both those things going for him in a big way.
He does.
And I've seen Weird Al before a few times. This is actually this was my fourth time, I think, seeing him. Yay, cool for me. And when I say to people that it's great, they're like, how can it be great? And I say, think about what he is known for. He's known for doing parodies of popular songs, right?
Yeah.
But not just like one genre of songs. He does pop, he does rock, he does grunge, he does like punks, he does like all different kinds of music. So his band has to be able to play all that kind of music. They have to be able to replicate a Madonna song, then spin around and do a Green Day song, and then do a Nirvana song, and then do whatever original stuff that's based on Devo and Southern Culture on the Skids or whatever, like all this other like kind of grooves and genres they have to be able to match. And guess what? They nail it every single time. So like that alone is impressive from a musician standpoint, let alone the fact that he's making you laugh every 5 seconds with something zany that either he's doing, the band is doing, or something on the video screen. It's always tremendous.
Right. It was like a perfect interspersal of his video as well, which was, references from other shows and like him doing the intro to The Simpsons.
Yeah,
when he
did
that, and like the Naked Gun. And it was like, oh, he's also like, I don't know, somehow the way it tied into all of pop culture is just, for one, you realize how long he's been around for and relevant.
I know. And hugely famous. He's like never not been popular. It's crazy. I feel like now he's probably, you could almost say I feel like he might be more popular now than he ever has been. Maybe he had a big peak in the 80s for sure when he like blew up, but like now he's just like a legend kind of, It's great.
Oh, 100%.
Go see Weird Al, people. He's on tour right now. Bigger and weirder tour. It's great. It's an absolute blast. This show is sponsored by Funky Town Comics and Vinyl in Camillus, New York, and in Cicero, New York. You should go check them out for all your comic books and vinyl needs. I haven't been there in a really long time myself, personally. I'm sure my pull box is pretty full at this point. I have not been there quite some time.
It happens.
It happens. I also haven't been reading anything in a long time, so I don't know. I'm kind of like on a downward trend with my comic book reading, which is probably why I haven't been there.
All right.
which is a bummer because I like hanging out there. Even if I'm not buying anything, I like hanging out. So I got to get there.
It's true. I was in this week. Usually it's one of those where whether or not I go in, my son's usually like, "Hey, can we go down to the shop?" Mostly because he wants to play the old X-Men arcade game at the back of
Oh,
it.
sure. Yeah. My son likes
Um,
that too. Yeah.
yeah, it's like he comes in, he walks back, he sees if it's turned on. If not, he looks at the toys, then comes and says, "All right, can we go?"
Yeah. Yeah. Like, no, I
He's like,
just
"No, go
started
look at the
having a
counts."
conversation. Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, we're discussing the inner workings of various plot points in
Yeah.
comics over the last 50
Yeah.
years.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Well, Steve, I did, despite us deciding to do this, not having without there being a whole lot of news lately, confirmed news at least that I can think of or that I
yeah.
saw on the sites that I looked at. There was one thing that I saw recently that I wanted to bring up, and I'm throwing this to you because we've talked about this. I think there was a rumor that there was going to be a spin-off, a Superman spin-off show on HBO Max hosted by Skylar, is it Gigando, who played Jimmy Olsen?
Oh,
However you say
yeah.
his last name.
Yep.
The working title apparently is DC Crime, and we got a bit of a casting announcement for that. It's not confirmed, but it's being reported from Deadline that an actor named Jimmy Tatro is in talks to join the live-action Superman spin-off series DC Crime in the role of Gorilla Grodd. What?
Sure.
Yeah. Had to make sure I saw Steve's face for that one. I mean, Gorilla, if you don't know who Gorilla Grodd is, if you're not a DC Comics, he's a villain, mostly a Flash villain, sometimes a Justice League villain if he like has a giant, really big scheme going on, or he's part of the Legion of Doom or whatever. He's a hyper intelligent gorilla from Gorilla City that's trying to just take over, if not just Gorilla City, then the entire world with his superior intellect. The Flash is often there to stop him. This is going to be an HBO.
As is wont to do in the DC universe, Gorilla Grodd taking over Gorilla City seems a little bit on point, Mike.
Well, the Gorilla City, I'm sure that we've said this before in the past in this show, but for those of you who don't know, actually, I wish I could remember the editor's name because I just read this again recently.
Yep.
There's an editor of DC Comics in the late 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there, who sometimes realized that there was like a list of things that he had realized sell more comics if they're on the cover. And one of those things was a gorilla. If there was a gorilla on the cover, it sold more books than when gorillas were not on the cover. There was other things, interesting things on the list, like if the cover is purple in the background, that was one. If like there's an explosion or something, if those characters are yelling something at the reader, sometimes, and that, it was cool.
Right.
So that's why DC Comics has so many like sentient gorillas in their roster of characters, because this guy had a mandate like,
all right,
give me that gorilla, crank out those gorillas. So eventually they invented the concept of Gorilla City, a place where all these gorillas could live together, or could go when they weren't, in Metropolis or wherever.
As one is wont to do.
Yes. And I believe Gorilla Grodd was one such character invention. A DC Crime is being described, according to this article, as like something along the lines of a true crime docuseries, but with Jimmy Olsen as the host. Skylar Gisondo. I don't know.
Sure.
And apparently season 1 is being built around the idea of Gorilla Grodd, who, I don't know, maybe he's getting thrown in jail, like encountering the Flash, whatever. Not that the Flash is going to be in it, but they're saying like often wrestles the Flash. And they mentioned that he has psychic powers along with other skills that he received after an encounter with an alien spaceship. Not the first time we've seen Gorilla Grodd in live action. It's been he's been in what was that? Oh, the Flash TV series, of course.
Oh yeah.
DC Crime comes from Tony Yacenda and Dan Perrault, creators of Netflix's American Vandal series, a true crime satire series. So it seems like This is definitely within their wheelhouse, and obviously it's going to be part of the DCU in general, being headed by James Gunn and Peter Safran. There's no real other information. This isn't even confirmed by James Gunn necessarily that's even happening, but it's not the first time we've heard about the show. This is the first time we're hearing casting. I don't really know anything about Jimmy Tatro. Apparently he was in Scream 7, his most recent credit, and a couple Netflix. Oh, he was in Netflix's American Vandal. So he's worked with these creators before as well. So what do we think about DC crime docuseries? Like, is it there? Do you think that means that it's going to be like a mockumentary style thing? Or is it going to be like a narrative we're following Jimmy on an investigation? Or is it going to be like Unsolved Mysteries where Jimmy Olsen is like, they never found what happened to Gorilla Grodd or whatever, you know?
It's going to, my brain goes to the former or the latter. Like, him just narrating it could be one thing.
Yeah, but also seems like it wouldn't be as interesting, I guess.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know.
But more likely, I think it'll be like following him around in not necessarily a mockumentary, but like in his brain, it's going to be a documentary. And like we're going to see it from the standpoint of him filming it. Like for us, it might be a mockumentary.
Yes.
But he'll be seriously taking it and filming it.
Smart.
Whatever.
Yes. That's a really great call. I think that's probably very likely that like he thinks he's like about to win a Pulitzer.
Yeah.
But we're laughing at it at the same. Yeah. I think that's I hope that's the way they go now. Again, this could be something wildly different and we'll see. But if they do that, I think there's big hope for it. Big hope for it. And
I mean, look at like Suicide Squad. Or Creature Commandos, rather.
Right.
You know, it's not taking itself too seriously.
Right.
It's subverting expectations in the appropriate way, not just to subvert expectations.
Right.
So I think there's hope that we could come up with something like that.
Yeah, I agree. So all right, we are going to do some, because there's not a whole lot of other news going around. And I was talking about this with somebody, Steve, you and I were together a lot this weekend. We both saw Weird Al on Friday. Then we were at our friend's pig roast all day Saturday, or most evening Saturday. But at that pig roast, I was talking to another mutual friend of ours, Nick Rizzo. Shout out, friend of the pod.
Also friend of the pod.
Yep. About films. We both, talk about like Supergirl. He's a big Superman fan. And he honestly forgot what I started talking about. I forgot why I started referencing that I had talked to Nick about this, because it wasn't Supergirl related.
Yeah.
It was something else related. I don't know what it was. So shout out to Nick Rizzo for listening, but I don't know why I started talking about you. Sorry, bud.
You know, in like half an hour, it'll come back to you
it'll come roaring back to me.
It'll be right after we cut.
Yeah. Yep.
In which case, listen to our recap over on the Haven't Seen Star Wars feed.
Oh yeah.
For The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Show. Yeah. That's something I should have said at the top of the show. You should, if you're wondering another reason why Steve and I haven't been in the mood to podcast lately, it's not just because we're busy or because we're tired or because we're watching the World Cup. All those things are actually true, but we're also doing a lot of work at our other podcast, Haven't Seen Star Wars, which is getting a great response. I've gotten tons of great feedback about it, both online and in person. Steve and I are watching all the live action Star Wars films with two women who have never seen them before, getting their honest reactions and opinions, very, very honest opinions on these films. As we're recording this, we are up through the prequel trilogy. We just ended we did a prequel trilogy wrap-up episode last Monday. This Monday, we're going to be dark. Possibly next Monday too. We're not sure. Taking some time off so we can get our recording schedule back on track. But when we do come back, we're going to come back with the sequel trilogy. You might get a non-spoiler discussion from just me and Steve about our opinions on Mandalorian and Grogu. a movie that came out this summer. And if you're a Patreon, if you're a member of our Patreon for Haven't Seen Star Wars, you'll get a spoiler-filled discussion on Mandalorian and Grogu. Or, so check out us on Patreon. You can follow Haven't Seen Star Wars on Instagram and Threads is what it's called. Also Letterboxd and, like I said, Patreon. So Haven't Seen Star Wars, available wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all that stuff.
Mike, Brian did have another thing that we've been busy with.
I've been making library bangers. Oh, that's right. That's right. Our friend Brian in the chat works at Solve Library.
Just portmanteau it all. It's now Solvery from now on.
Solvery.
We're just cutting all those useless middle letters out. One word.
The Central Library, the theme for public libraries this summer is Unearth the Story. And Solve Library decided to lean into the book/movie, whatever you want to say, Holes, a popular children's novel, became a popular children's film starring just completely normal, unproblematic guy named Shia LaBeouf when he was a kid.
Nothing has ever come of him.
No, not one bad thing I don't think has ever been said about him.
You know what? It was starring Tim Blake Nelson and Sigourney Weaver.
There we go. Those are two great actors that I love anytime they pop up. I'm excited to see either of them. Great.
And John Voight.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I had to equalize it. Eartha Kitt's in it.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
That's swinging back in the other direction now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Like we're back on the positive, Mike.
So Brian asked me to record a version of the song at the end of the movie Holes, the credit song at the end of the movie Holes, and kind of have it be about the plot, but also make it about like what they're doing in the library this summer and stuff like that, and more kind of about books. I did not tell him until this very moment, Brian. You might be surprised to know, never in my life have I read the book Holes, seen the movie Holes, or heard that song before you asked me to do a cover of it. That was all, I don't know, off the dome with no prior knowledge whatsoever, other than what you told me about what you were doing at the library. So, somehow, I don't know, you may be able to hear my cover of the credit song for Holes, which I don't already forgot the actual name of. My version is called Unearth the Story, but it's gotten some good feedback and I appreciate it. And if you're at Solve Library, say, hey, I demand you play me Mike Gibson's cover of the Holes song.
And if you are at Solve Library and run into anyone that isn't Brian, they may look at you quite funny.
They may not know what you're talking about. Or if you say, play me the whole song, they might mishear you and start playing you some Courtney Love banger from the 90s. Anywho.
I think I'm paranoid, Mike.
Oh, hey. Was that a Black Sabbath reference?
No, I think wasn't that a whole song?
I don't know. I'm not a huge Hole guy.
I wasn't either, but there was a couple that they had that I was like, you know what, that was worthwhile listening to.
The album that I really like,
this
is like classic Multiverse Report, when we spin off into talking about like 90s rock or punk rock stuff, early 2000s. Celebrity Skin was like the album that I feel like a lot of people don't like because it's like poppier, but I love that record because it's really poppy and catchy and full of great pop bangers. I love it.
I mean, the title track, Malibu
is great. Yeah, I know. So good. Great record.
Doll Parts is the original song I was trying to think of.
Doll Parts is a great song. Yeah. Anyway, after all that, I remembered why I started talking about Nick Rizzo a long time ago. When we were talking at the Pig Roast about movies, Supergirl, etc., we were talking about how we haven't heard anything concrete at all about Avengers Doomsday in a really long time. And that Marvel...
The movie's coming out?
Yeah, right. Like unless it's just my algorithm has changed or whatever, I feel like I've seen stuff for Spider-Man and that's it, which I guess is good. They're like pushing everybody towards Spider-Man because that's the next one. Um, and I'll be very surprised to see the end credit scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day if it like points us towards Avengers Doomsday. And I can only assume that we'll get a lot of stuff after Avengers Doomsday. But we're talking about we're going to run through a little bit of a summer movie preview, like I mentioned, and I guess it's like it's a very besides Spider-Man. I don't know. There's been years in the past where we're talking about a Marvel movie that came out in April or May, and we're talking about one that's coming out in July or August or something, and it's just the landscape has changed so much for Marvel and their output.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess, just something that I'm just noticing and surprised about, I guess. I'm not surprised, but it's like it's a new reality in superhero movie land.
Yeah. We just got the Dune trailer, which surprised me that it was, we're July, I guess 6 months prior is.
That's not the first trailer though. There was a teaser.
No, there was a teaser, but the first full trailer, like I was thinking it was almost a little early, but 6 months prior isn't that far off.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
And yet we haven't gotten like outside of those weird ass little shorts.
Right. That's it.
We haven't gotten anything on Doomsday.
You know what would be great? It would be great if they were attaching a trailer to Spider-Man, but not telling anybody.
That would be.
You right? Like you get like, I don't know what else is coming out, like an Odyssey trailer or whatever
well, Odyssey's the week before it. So
Odyssey's the week before, but that's why it's the only movie I could think of. So let me scroll down here. Maybe we're getting like Paw Patrol 3 trailer or a Coyote versus Acme trailer, and then you think the movie's going to start and bam, Avengers Doomsday trailer. That would be sick. That'd be really cool. Dude, but regardless,
how many weeks in a row are we going to have to go to the movie theater coming up here?
Yo, I'm looking at this. I'm going to be at the theater a lot. I think this week I'm going to go like 3 times because there's one I want to see before it goes. Yeah. And there's a couple others that my son wants to see.
What else is this week? Is Evil Dead Burn coming out next week?
Evil Dead Burn was this weekend. Oh, it was. That's the one I want to go see soon. Because
so it went Supergirl, that, and then into Jesus.
Yeah, crazy. So like there's already I feel like I've already seen a good amount of movies this summer already.
Right. So to recap on the 2026 movies that have come out, if you want to go top 10 box office,
okay,
we have at 10 Scream 7, the aforementioned. All right. We have Hoppers at number 9.
Saw that
Disney film. Number 8 was Mando and Grogu.
Okay.
Number 7 was the A24 Backrooms.
Surprised that's so low, to be honest with you. I thought that made a lot of money. That was a big hit.
Number 6 was Devil Wears Prada 2.
Okay.
5 was Obsession, which Brian will make a point in the chat to mention that we need to go see because
I know. I'm surprised that that's so low. They're saying that's like one of
the 4 above it. Project Hail Mary at number 4.
Okay, we're going that far back. Okay.
Michael, Toy Story 5, and Super Mario Galaxy.
What was Michael?
The Michael Jackson biopic.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So like those 4, you're not a horror movie is not touching those 4, although it came as close as you're going to. It was within 100K of Project Hail Mary.
And that's for the year so far?
That's so far for 2026.
Okay. Wow.
And that's only domestic.
Right. Okay.
Mostly because I couldn't find an easy international list.
Yeah. I saw a number of those movies. I missed Obsession and I missed Backrooms, both of which I heard were great.
Yep.
I did see Mandalorian and Grogu. We're not going to talk much about that because, like we already said, you got to go over to Haven't Seen Star Wars feed to listen to us talk about that in a week or so. I did. What's that?
We just did the prequel recap, so it's going to be this week that we'll hear that.
Well, we usually take a week off, though.
Right. I thought that was going to be the filler in the week off.
I guess we should talk about this after the show. Okay.
We do that too much where we just talk about our
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Brian cares.
Brian's into it. I saw early June. I saw Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. I thought it was pretty great.
Did that get pretty mixed reviews?
It did get a lot of mixed reviews. The ending didn't really land for me. And I mean, by God, it's like full Spielberg ending. Like he's really going for that. He's really going for like some kind of, Steven Spielberg is a guy that knows how to capture wonder, like the idea of like just staring at something in awe, and that's like enough, or like witnessing something happening.
Mm-hmm.
And that like that's the moment. And there are definitely movies where I can buy that in. I love like the ending of Close Encounters is like that, or like a lot of E.T. even is like that, just like wow. And he's kind of going for that at the end of Disclosure Day.
Was like being able to bounce back and forth between the mundane and the wow.
Yeah, totally. Yes.
Like that that was why that movie worked as much as it did.
I agree. That's a cool way to put it.
You may be disappointed to see this take.
No, I understand that. I'm not disappointed. I totally understand that feeling. Because the end didn't. He went for something like that at the end of Disclosure Day, and it just didn't kind of hit for me. But I thought there's a lot of like cool Spielberg stuff in it, like a lot of cool ideas. And Brian, there's no way you can argue this with me. An incredible performance from Emily Blunt, like Oscar-worthy performance from Emily Blunt. If Brian disagrees with me, I'll be shocked. Like that's enough. I feel like that's enough to see that movie. You want to see what Emily Blunt is capable of in this movie is pretty impressive.
Nice.
So, and then you're rolling on through June, Toy Story 5, I haven't seen yet. Kind of bummed about that. Still would like to.
That's worthwhile grabbing if you can get there with your son. Like
that's right, you saw it. I forgot.
Yeah, that was. I hadn't seen a Toy Story movie in a while. Mm-hmm. Basically, there was a day that my son was sick, and we watched all 4 of them, or like 2, 3, and 4.
I've had that day. I've had that same day.
And like there was a couple weeks of obsession, and then Toy Story died. And then I watched this and I was like, shit, I remember why I like that was why they were such good movies.
Yeah. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to see? I was scrolling down through the list. May had a couple movies that I wanted to see that I never did. The animated Animal Farm.
Oh,
I don't know why I wanted to see that. Mostly because I wanted to see how much of a train wreck it was.
I was interested in how they were going to handle it. And I haven't read much other than I'm pretty sure it was a huge bomb. I don't think it did anything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that came out.
So did I. Like, I remember the week it came out, I was like, I need to go see that.
Right.
And then I completely fucking forgot it.
Yeah.
Your favorite movie, which apparently, I can't remember who the hell I was talking to. They thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. The Sheep Detectives.
You know what? I heard more positive reviews of that movie than I had ever expected to hear.
Yeah.
I just thought that trailer just looked like such garbage.
It looks horrible.
They would make a movie like that, but a
the
number of positive reviews.
The 2 times I was in the movie with my son and the trailer came on, he was like, I need to see that. That's got to be awesome. I was like, yeah, buddy, totally going to be great.
Yeah.
Apparently, you were right on Animal Farm. It was a bigger train wreck than you can think by Brian's attestation.
All right. Okay. Seemed like a weird take on Animal Farm from the trailer, but I also didn't see Masters of the Universe. I don't think you did either, Steve.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I actually heard it was a fun popcorn movie and that it was making fun of itself.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Which seems weird for relaunching a franchise, but
yeah. I saw a couple people said that they loved it, and a friend of the pod, Matt Flint, said he really enjoyed it, thought it was great. I don't know if a fun popcorn movie would work for me if I am not in a place in my life where I actually care about He-Man or those characters. I think if I was like a huge He-Man fan and then I saw like a fun take on the characters that was kind of making fun of itself and like winking at the audience, like I might be down for that. But for somebody like me who used to really love He-Man when he was 6 years old, and hasn't really given a shit about He-Man since he was 7 years old,
right?
Dude, I think you got to do
my foot. I broke my foot jumping off a couch pretending I was He-Man.
You have told me that story on this very podcast before.
And immediately after that, I guarantee I stopped giving two flying shits about He-Man.
Yeah. So for me, for people like me and Steve, I think you got to work a little harder than that. You got to work a little harder. So I feel like I'm going to have
people that are in the zeitgeist. Like we're in it.
Right. Yeah. And just like the trailer, like we talked about when the trailer came out, like you're scared of your own source material. If you can't just lean into the fact that he's Prince Adam of Eternia, you got to make an Earth connection. You got to like have him be like, you know, discovering and learning about this. It's just, who cares? Right. You know, that alone tells me, like you said, they are more interested in making jokes about the source material than taking it seriously and making me care about it. And that's not really the kind of movie I'm interested in. So I'm glad that people loved it. I'm glad they loved it, but also not enough people loved it because I think that also made very little money. But what are you going to do? Another movie that's not making a ton of money that I thought was really great and worth seeing, Supergirl, came out recently, June 26th, end of the month. And
so I've heard very good things. Like, the other thing I've noticed a lot is my brain always goes to, you know, the general, what we've seen for years of the misogyny and like,
yes,
the female-led film. That is
certainly a problem, and certainly something that you cannot say that there had no effect on the box office.
100%. Like I guarantee it had some effect on it.
Totally.
But it seems with this that it may not have had the same effect that it has on other films. And that even though it's a good film, it seems like we might end up more in the superhero fatigue end of things from a lot of this.
I think you said something like that to me yesterday when we were talking about it, at some point when we were talking about it.
Sometime in the last like multiple days, we've seen each other too many times.
And here's what I think. It's tough when I've seen people support Supergirl by saying like, oh, it felt like a phase 1 MCU movie or whatever.
Right.
You know, go see it because of that. Or you know, Supergirl sucks because it didn't like blow my mind or whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's shitty. I think, you know, and James Gunn has said like he doesn't believe in superhero fatigue. He believes in bad movie fatigue or whatever, or like, you know, and that's a valid point.
I would agree with.
What's that?
I would agree with that statement.
I would massage that idea a little bit. And I think people still want a great superhero movie, but they want a great superhero movie. And it's not enough to like calling it a phase 1 Marvel movie as a positive thing for me is a little like, ugh. If you look at phase 1, Iron Man's great. And then
like Iron Man, if Iron Man came out now, that's still a good movie.
Yes, Iron Man 2 is a good movie. Or sorry,
if the first Avenger came out
Iron Man is a good movie, but Iron Man 2, meh. Incredible Hulk, meh, too bad. Thor, I like Thor, but you know, it's not the best movie ever. Thor's fine.
First Avenger I liked. It's probably my second favorite of the phase 1 stuff.
I love I personally love First Avenger, but I know a lot of people that are like, it's a little cornball and blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah. So like phase 1 is not like banger after banger after banger after banger. But the reason that we still like those movies, or at the time they were successful, is because that we were still in a place of, I cannot believe they are doing this.
Yeah.
Right. And it's easy to forget that there was a time when we all thought, I cannot believe they are doing this.
Yeah.
They are adapting, or they are taking from the source material. They are not shying away from the weirdness of these characters and the awkwardness and the crazy costumes and stuff, or they're taking the crazy costumes and making them work, or in some way. It's not the black leather X-Men suits. He's like, Thor is actually wearing a red cape and has giant circle things on his armor, or like stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah.
So we were, for a long time, with the MCU and with the DC EU, I would say, we were more willing to forgive flawed movies because it was like a new thing, and we were getting like new modern adaptations of these characters that had never been adapted before. Cannot believe they're taking this seriously. But now, after so many years of that, I think audiences, they really want something that's going to transcend, something that's going to be different, like Superman itself. Like, the vast majority of people that saw Superman thought it was a transcendent superhero movie, something that rose above the meh from Marvel we've been getting, and more true to the character than the Zack Snyder stuff. Like, people loved Superman because it was like bright and new and whatever, great. But like, people were like a little more, it was good about something like Fantastic Four, like, because and that had its own baggage from other sequels and stuff. I'm just trying to say, like, when you now,
but like
people
Thunderbolts,
want a
people
great
raved
movie.
about.
Yes, yeah.
Anyone who saw it, because there wasn't a ton of people that went to see it.
Right, but that's also because there was a string of mediocre to bad Marvel movies leading up to Thunderbolts, so like they lost a lot of faith.
And a quote unquote meh cast. So
right, there's no like A-listers on that cast, besides Bucky maybe, but
I mean, the other problem is something Brian could bring up here, that yes, we all wanted to see it because we know the character, and we all of us read Woman of Tomorrow, which they loosely based a chunk of it on. But like, the fact that Kara is a relatively, in the grand scheme of things, unknown comic book character to the masses. Probably did not help it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I know. And that's like, again, comparing it to like Phase 1 MCU, launching a character like Thor is a character, like even Iron Man. No one gave a shit about Iron Man. He's made a really great movie, and that movie made money because of word of mouth and stuff. Like, whoa, you should see this. This is great. And like, comic book nerds were like, I can't believe they did this.
Right. Hulk was probably the most well-known of the characters.
Sure, exactly. I feel like Hulk and Captain America had like cultural knowledge of those characters. Thor, way less, right?
Dude, Thor was coming out of the Eric Masterson shit, and like...
No, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, launching Thor more because it's like new and it works and it's radically different, but also like I said, we're in this phase of like, we've never seen this before. I cannot believe they're making a Thor movie. And not only are they making a Thor movie, they're making a Thor movie that is going to connect to the Iron Man movie that I saw, and the Hulk movie that I saw, and the Captain America movie that's coming out next year. Like, I cannot believe that this is happening. But again, now we need more than that now. Like, if the MCU launched today, it'd be a lot of like, I don't know about Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, Thor was fine, like... We'd be there'd be a lot more judgment cast at the MCU because that experiment is old at this point. So
they took those couple of above average movies and a couple of bangers and turned it into the Avengers, and then Guardians, and like they took it and rose above where they were. Whereas it seems like we've just been plateauing for so goddamn long.
Totally. Yeah, I agree. And Supergirl, it is more like maybe a Phase 1, or like, it's not... I don't know. I don't want to say it's nothing that I haven't seen before, because there are some things that I thought were really cool. There's a lot that I liked about it. I like Supergirl a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
My wife loved it. My son loved it. I've talked to other people that really like raved about it.
Yeah.
And maybe like because I heard from those people before I went to see it, so maybe that like set my expectations too high, because a
Right.
number of people told me this movie's awesome. You have to see this movie. Like I wasn't gonna see it. But I think maybe, you know, audiences expected more, and maybe they would have responded more to like a non-Superman DC character, thinking like it would be
Right.
too similar. It's not similar at all.
No.
Like,
I mean, if
regardless
you
of
know the two
quality, it's a radically
characters,
different movie than Superman.
right.
It's more like a Star Wars movie than a superhero movie, to be honest with you. But I know I liked it a lot. I thought it was really great. I'm excited to see it again. Jason Momoa as Lobo, as we all thought it would be. Perfect casting. He crushes it. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell that he like brings his A game to this role in a way that he didn't really show up maybe for like Minecraft or whatever. When he's like, "Oh, you want the Jason Momoa thing? I can give you the Jason Momoa thing." But he's
Right.
like pushing it, and he's not in it a ton. But
That's
Millie
good.
Alcock is
That's what I
great.
was worried about.
Yeah.
I was worried they were gonna over Momoa it.
I could honestly, I don't want to like talk to I'm like spoiling it, because I know you're thinking about going to see it, so I'm not going to say anything. Like, I feel like there's ways that he could have been in it more, actually. But we'll talk more in depth once you have seen it and what you think. But I like Supergirl a lot. I know that a lot of people are like more meh on it.
Right.
I guess the thing
Brian mentions that he couldn't find anyone that had anything good to say about it, so it was almost the opposite.
Oh wow.
So I may actually go tomorrow.
I just
with my
roll
wife,
with a more positive crowd than you, Brian. I just got more positivity in my life.
Speaking of movies coming out, though,
let's get into what's
just
next.
for note for the comic people, Night Nurse that came out this week is not Night Nurse.
Yeah. Not the same one. And also, Ice Cream Man that comes out in a few weeks is not the Ice Cream Man graphic novel, or like,
which
series.
I think we talked about a couple like months ago of like, holy shit, they're making an Ice Cream Man movie.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And like, oh yeah, that's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know a ton about the franchise I've read a couple of the books, but like, it seems like it actually would be a pretty cool premise for.
Totally. Yeah, so, I agree.
I don't know.
Minions and Monsters came out on July 1st, a movie that my son is really dying to see, and I'm sure I will see it with him because
right. My son saw it with my father-in-law, actually.
Oh yeah?
They both loved it. So it gets the approval of an 8-year-old and a 78-year-old.
Amazing. I don't love the Despicable Me movies, but at least that first Minions movie I think is really funny. I don't know that I've seen the second one. I maybe have half watched it with my son, but like, Minions make me laugh. Despicable Me doesn't really make me laugh, but like Minions movies I think are funnier. So I'll be semi-excited to see Minions
with a mini Cthulhu. Like, what more do you need?
And like crazy movie monsters. Great. Sounds good. This past weekend, Evil Dead Burn came out, along with The Invite, which I've heard is really good, although not really a movie that we normally talk about on this show, and a live action Moana, which I think looks like dog shit. I will be incredibly excited to see Evil Dead Burn. I've seen 2 Letterboxd reviews of it on my profile. One thought it was bad, and one thought it was great. So my expectations are evened out. That's all I need to know.
Hold on.
I also know that regardless of whether or not I like Evil Dead Burn. Sorry, Steve. You know that I can't just talk a little bit about Evil Dead. I have to talk a lot.
Oh no, I was trying to look up. Brian saw it and said it was good.
Oh, cool. Oh, great. So, awesome.
I believe the quote was not as good as the last one. I couldn't quite find it back in the chat, but
Evil Dead Rise is great. I watched Evil Dead Rise again recently, and that's like my least favorite of the franchise, and it's fucking great. So kind of maybe a high bar to clear on an Evil Dead movie, but we'll see how Burn does. I'm also excited that regardless of whether or not I like Evil Dead Burn, Evil Dead Wrath is already scheduled to come out in 2026. Sorry, 8. This year is 2026. 2028, Evil Dead Wrath, and it is a prequel to the original Evil Dead. Like, I don't know that it's going to like tie in or anything, but it's supposed to take place in like the 70s.
It's kind of crazy.
Cool. It's cool because that's all Evil Dead movies have been made like in the time that they're making the movie. They've been like modern for the time movies. So this will be the first out of time movie, and I think setting it in the 70s is a cool idea. You get cool like 70s fashions and stuff, and maybe it'll be like Rogue One, where it'll be like, you know, the book gets thrown into somebody's bag, and they're like, "I'm on my way to my cabin," or whatever, you know, to set up the Evil Dead. Something lame like that.
So is that going to create a spin-off TV series where we love the character even more for some reason?
I would take more Evil Dead. I loved all 3 seasons of Ash versus Evil Dead, so I'll take another Evil Dead series. I'm sure Bruce Campbell, I don't think he's coming back ever now.
No, at this juncture, I think he's probably... Yeah.
There was talk
updates on how he's doing?
He posted something on Instagram today about him riding a bike and looking fine and feeling good. So,
well, there you go.
He's not like bedridden or anything. We'll see. There was talk of a long time of an Evil Dead animated thing, and Bruce Campbell was saying that he was involved in it. He's like, because I can sound like Ash way more than I can like act like Ash now at my age or whatever.
He's what, 68?
And I would fucking love an animated Evil Dead, anything in any of the tones. You give me an Army of Darkness level, or give me Evil Dead remake level,
Army of Darkness style something.
Right?
Like,
wouldn't that be great?
Put that in my veins right now.
Right now, that's what I'm saying. It would be so good. It'd be so good. I hope if they've done anything, I hope we get to see it someday. I don't know. July 17th, next week, is The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yes, it is.
Obviously, this is a big blockbuster. His follow-up to Best Picture winning Oppenheimer. I mean, Christopher Nolan is just one of those guys where he's got a new movie out, you go see it, right? He's like the new Steven Spielberg kind of. He's like that level of director where it's like, oh, there's a new Quentin Tarantino movie. Oh, there's a new Spielberg. Oh, there's a new... I can't think of one. Oh, like Wes Anderson. I don't know. Like any movie, any director that has their own, fan base.
Group of,
yeah. Or is just like, that it's going to be something interesting. They're successful enough. That they are a filmmaker that is creating an art that you need to go see. You need to see it in the theater. He's one of those guys. I feel like Christopher Nolan, maybe like Jordan Peele, has become one of those guys. Certainly after Sinners. Blanking on his name, even though Ryan Coogler, I think he's one of those guys now too. New crop of legendary directors. I'm very excited to see The Odyssey. And then, I mean, there's not really much that...
I forgot about... You said Coogler, and I forgot about Judas and the Black Messiah. Did you ever see that?
He directed that movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He directed it?
Oh, no, he didn't direct it. He was a producer on it.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I definitely saw that movie. I didn't think it was a Ryan Coogler movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was great. That movie ruled.
That was the movie where like Daniel Kaluuya became more than just a Marvel character for me.
He won an Oscar for it, I think. Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this guy's great.
Yeah, so good. Have you seen Nope yet, by the way? The Jordan Peele movie?
No, I've heard. Yeah.
I feel like I tell you about it every summer because it's a great like summer movie. It is so good. You should watch it. It's great and weird and scary and awesome. I mean, and the next one worth talking about is for this podcast where, I don't know, it's very much in our wheelhouse, is July 31st, Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out.
Yeah.
I really love...
weirdly, again, much like we talked about Avengers earlier, I haven't seen a ton about it.
I was about to say, Steve, I really love how little I know about this movie.
Yeah.
I really love it. I really do. Because we've seen a couple trailers. I'm also not like, I agree with you. I haven't seen like, I've seen a poster here or there. I've seen people talk about it online, but it's not like an onslaught of promotion for me. But I like that, I guess. Like, I feel like it's been a while since a big superhero movie like this I haven't known that much about. Like we don't even know if there's like a main villain in this movie. Because the trailer, we see him fighting Scorpion, but I don't think Scorpion's the main villain.
No, and we see a couple like montage-y type things, and
Yeah.
No, we have no idea what.
Yeah. We see him fighting the Hand.
Yeah.
At one point, but like they don't feel like a main villain either. We know Mark Ruffalo is in it as the Hulk, but is the Hulk going to be like the main villain? Like that seems, I don't know. What is this movie?
We see the shot where like it looks like he's fighting the Hand with somebody else that is magically photoshopped out.
The Punisher is in this movie. Like, but he's not.
He
can't be the main villain.
No, and we know from the clip that like they're not
talking as
like
if
he's not the villain. He's like, Peter's like, ah, Jesus, not again. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess I love that I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
it's really exciting to me. I don't like. When's the last time I haven't known this much about a Spider-Man movie?
I feel like though
Into the Spider-Verse, maybe.
My problem is like July 31st, I'll be in Honduras.
Ooh.
So I need to either figure out a way to on August 5th when I get back, watch it immediately, or like there's no way I can get back on the internet.
English subtitles,
right? Like, I go watch it in Spanish, but I'll miss most of it.
Yeah. Thinking about it and talking about it like that right now just made me more excited than I've ever been to see Spider-Man Brandon. I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know anything about this movie. It could be great. It could blow me away. Or also based on everything we just said, we just said we don't know anything about this movie. But then we named that we know he's fighting the Hand. We know he's fighting Scorpion. We know Punisher's in it. We know Hulk is in it. Is this going to be a classic? We're trying to put too much stuff into a Spider-Man movie?
I don't know. I'd be curious.
I don't know. I'm very excited to find out. And
all I know is it sounds like it's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man movie.
That's my favorite thing about it.
Really, really goddamn excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always excited to see Spider-Man. As down I can be about the MCU or some previous Spider-Man movies. Actually, a fair chunk of previous Spider-Man movies, really. I'm never not excited when it comes time to go see Spider-Man. I'm always on board. I'm always got a smile on my face about it. So
it's I don't know what Spidey has. Like what that character has that's just like, you know what? Dude, I don't know how many times I've seen a Spidey book, like walk down to Funky Town or whatever, and like, you know what? There's like a random new #1. Hell, that's how I ended up with Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
Yeah, right.
Was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
It's Peter Parker, and why not?
Yeah, I know. Spider-Man and Batman. They both have some kind of hold on the public that's just like, oh, there's a new movie with this character in it. I need to go see it. That's just the way it goes.
Speaking of new movies with characters we know, now one normally in our wheelhouse. August 7th. Super Troopers 3.
Yeah. Are you excited about Super Troopers 3? I never saw Super Troopers 2, so
I'm weirdly more excited for it than I was for Super Troopers 2.
Okay.
Which I did not see in theaters or whatnot. It was not a good movie in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
But I think it's just been too long. No, I actually am excited for that date for Tony.
Yeah.
Which is the Anthony Bourdain biopic.
Oh, okay.
From A24.
Cool.
Bourdain is just like I've always loved Anthony Bourdain's like his outlook on everything and how he went about things. And I was like, you know what? I really want to see that movie. So
awesome. Well, cool, man.
There's also debuting a slasher film called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
I've heard really great stuff about that movie.
That seemed like the title alone just seems way too on point. It's like, is it a parody of itself or?
Honestly, I don't remember what I heard about it other than it was positive. Like, there's just too much stuff in my brain right now to flash back to that. But like the title, you can't forget that title. I just know that I've read positive stuff about that movie to the point where it's on my Letterboxd watch list because I wanted to make sure that I saw it. So
Gillian Anderson is in it.
That might be part of the reason that I wanted to see it. I guess because I love me some Gillian Anderson. Gotta say.
Well,
but will it be playing in or around Syracuse, New York? Is the question. Sometimes smaller releases like that don't come anywhere near where we are. I'm pumped for The End of Oak Street on August 14th. Steve, have you seen any trailers for The End of Oak Street starring Catwoman and Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I was going to say that's the one with Ewan McGregor in it, right?
Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway.
Yep.
And Sweet Tooth, I think, also might be in it.
Oh,
I'm not sure. But yeah, where their street gets teleported to some prehistoric place. I guess that's what the trailer makes it seem like.
Yes, Christian Convery is in it, for the record.
Cool, nice. Also, Nimrods. I'm excited about Nimrods, which is a Green Day movie. I don't know if anyone knows.
An X-Men movie?
No, it's not. It's a Green Day movie that Green Day is in and has produced, but it's not about them. It's about a garage band of 3 like teenage kids that have to get across country because they think they have a gig opening for Green Day or something like that. It's like a road trip movie.
Nice.
Green Day is like central to the plot of it. And I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but I've loved Green Day since I was 12 years old. So going to see it for sure. Also, Paw Patrol 3, the Dino movie. I'm sure Steve wants to see that.
For better or worse, I'm sure I'll end up seeing it. Mostly for worse.
My son, like, he's 9 now. He's in a place where he's like, I want to see it, but I don't want anyone to know that I want to see it.
I kind of get the same thing from Sebastian. Like, oh, that looks really good.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. He was like, don't tell anybody, but would you take me to see that movie?
I love it.
It's really funny. Really funny.
Coyote versus Acme is finally existing.
Yes, Coyote versus Acme finally coming out August 28th. And again, I don't think that movie is going to be the greatest movie I've ever seen, but I'm glad that it's being released in theaters instead of deleted forever in favor of a tax write-off. So I hope that everybody that, posted online about how shitty it is that they were deleting that movie, like everyone that came to rally for Coyote versus Acme, I hope you all go see Coyote versus Acme because you got to put your money where your mouth was now. Like, support this movie. Otherwise, the next time this situation happens, it doesn't matter how many people post about it online. Warner Brothers will just delete it forever in favor of tax write-off, like Batgirl. So if you don't want another Batgirl, you got to go see Coyote versus Acme. Okay? Yeah. That's the trade-off. You got to actually go now. You got to spend your money.
There's really, after that, the summer there's not a ton going on.
Summer's kind of over. Yeah, I know. Like September, October, we start getting into like
more September, like there's the Resident Evil reboot for the 7,000th time.
When's that coming out?
September 18th.
Well, the good thing about the Resident Evil remake, I will say, is that is written and directed by Zach Kreger, who made Weapons.
Oh, okay.
So that I'm not a Resident Evil guy in any way, shape, or form. I think I saw one of the movies once a long time ago, and
played a lot of the video games back in the day.
I think I played one video game once at a friend's house. Like, it's not even like with me at all. Dude, I have no connection to the Resident Evil universe. But Zach Kreger, again, like we're talking about new directors that are like, okay, I know this guy's name now. He may be enough to make me want to see it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and so Resident Evil, that's one of the back in the day. I just remember being freaked the hell out. Like, you talk about
terrifying game,
horror video games. Yeah, it was up there.
Yeah.
It walked so that Last of Us could run.
Totally.
Yeah. No, it's maybe I'll give it a shot then.
Yeah. I was just scrolling forward in the year, even though we're just talking about
Street
summer
Fighter.
movies. Street Fighter, October 16th. Clayface,
I think
October 23rd.
I think you and I have different views on Street Fighter. I think it
I'm
looks
not wild
so
about Street Fighter. I know you're
I think
like
it
pumped
looks
for it.
so over the top and ridiculous that I
Yeah.
really want to see it.
It's like I think it looks over the top and ridiculous in a way that I would like, but I don't know that I'm pumped enough to go see it in the theater. I will see Clayface.
Yep.
For sure. October 28th. And they're re-releasing V for Vendetta on November 5th. That's awesome.
Oh. Okay.
Remember. 5th of November.
Nice.
Then we
my
got,
son's
oh my
pumped about
God.
the Cat in the Hat movie.
I was just going to say that, Steve. I am so happy that this fucking movie is finally going to be out because I've been watching the same goddamn trailer for Cat in the Hat every time I go to the movies for the last year.
Yep.
The same
100%.
trailer. Cut a different trailer for your movie that no one's going to see anyway. This movie looks stupid. No one cares. It's not going to make any money.
No, it will make a boatload
trailer.
of money because all the 8-year-olds are going to want to see it, like my son.
No, my son is sick of it. My son is like, every time the trailer comes on, he's like, I don't care about this.
Your son's also probably seen it a bunch more times than Sebastian.
Probably true. But what is coming out on November 6th that I will go to see? Godzilla -0. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yup. For sure.
Be there with bells on.
Absolutely. Hunger Games, meh, meh, meh. That's November. And then December. Oh, Violent Night 2. I'm pumped about Violent Night 2. I think I've said on this podcast before.
David Harbour?
Yes.
Yeah.
Violent Night with David Harbour is a really fun, silly, over the top, but knows what it is. Christmas action movie. John Leguizamo is also in it. He's very great in it. Very great in it as well. And sequel coming out December 4th. Great. And then we got the big December 18th. Doomsday. Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3.
I guess that's the question. Do you go and see both of them on the same day, or do you go back to back?
I know we've talked about that a lot. Like, what are you going to see first? Like, what are you more interested in? And when it comes to what are you going to see first, I realized recently, thinking about this, that they're coming out on the same day. My wife does not care about seeing Avengers Doomsday. She does really want to see Dune Part 3.
Same.
So whatever I see first is going to be up to what my wife wants to go to and what our schedule dictates.
Right. It's going to be, can my wife watch a movie on the Thursday? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we're going to go watch that on the Friday, and I'll watch the other one on the Thursday.
Exactly. Yeah. That's likely the case. Yeah. That's likely the case. And then I don't care about the Angry Birds movie 3. They made 3 of those things?
Guarantee my son will.
Sorry to hear that. And the last movie I want to see of the year.
My son absolutely loved. Did you ever see Pixels?
No, and I thank God every day that I haven't had to watch Pixels.
Yeah, I accidentally walked in one day and my son was watching Pixels. And I was like, Lisa, you...
And he was embarrassed. He was like, no, shut the door. No, don't look at me.
No, I walked in and I was like, you never heard about this movie before, did you?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I was like, yeah, it's notoriously one of the worst movies ever made.
Notoriously terrible movie.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he loved it.
Oh, great.
And now loves Qbert because of it. I'm like, okay, cool. Like a great obscure 80s computer game. But yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. 8-year-olds don't have the best taste in movies.
They don't.
Although I can say as an 8-year-old, I loved me some Black Cauldron, and that was a killer goddamn Disney movie.
I've never seen Black Cauldron. I should see it.
Dude, it's good.
I know.
I haven't seen it in ages, so it may not actually be good. But young me thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. Between that and The Sword and the Stone.
Oh, Sword and the Stone is top tier Disney movie.
Yeah.
For sure. Top tier.
Doesn't get nearly the respect it deserves.
Agreed. Underrated forever. The last movie of the year that I want to see is a Werewolf. The Robert Eggers
Wolf.
Werewolf movie. Their Wolf. Their Castle.
Their Castle.
Why are you talking that way?
It's they spelled it wrong too.
They spelled it wrong.
Or
In a
did they spell it
cool
right?
Victorian way. I don't know. Robert Eggers is a really intense, interesting filmmaker. It's only one of his movies I haven't seen. He did The Witch. He did Nosferatu, came out last year.
Okay, yeah.
So
And Aaron
it's
Taylor
cool that he had a
Johnson,
movie come out last year and he's got a movie coming out this year. That's like
that's
pretty quick work.
Spielberg-esque.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, who is in it, is apparently doing his best to look like a werewolf, judging by his Wikipedia picture.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen anything about it at all. I haven't seen any images of.
I
didn't even know that he was in it. I didn't even know he was in it.
Apparently Aaron Taylor Johnson, Willem Dafoe, and Lily Rose Depp.
Well, Lily Rose Depp's the star of Nosferatu, pretty much.
There you go.
So that's cool. What was the other name you mentioned in between those?
He's something of a scientist himself.
Willem. Oh yeah, he's in Nosferatu too. Oh, cool. Awesome.
By the way, I love that that's all it took for you to know exactly who it was.
Yeah. Of course.
Ralph Ineson.
Oh, Galactus.
And yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't love Nosferatu. I thought it was really good and it was incredibly well made and beautiful to look at. But I feel like it's been a while since anyone's made a really great werewolf movie. And from what I've seen of this guy, I think he's got it in him. And I'm not talking about Werewolf by Night because that's a special. I'm talking werewolf movie.
It's apparently entirely spoken in Middle English.
That would not surprise me. Sorry, tell me what do you know what is Middle English? Make sure I know what you're talking about.
The form of English around the 10th to 14th century or something.
Okay.
So it's all antiquated actual how they would have spoken back then.
Have you ever seen The Witch?
No.
It's very good, but it's about a family like an early settlers to the United States. And he was very specific about the way they need to talk and got a lot of pushback from the studio on no one's going to be able to understand what they're saying. People do not talk like this. And he was like, no, this is how people talked at that time. This is how they're going to talk. So I think his commitment to stuff like that is very cool. And I guess we'll see. I'll let you know in late December if I was able to understand the movie Werewolf by Robert Eggers. Oh, The Lighthouse with also Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson is the other movie that he's done that I thought was batshit crazy, but also incredible. So big fan of Robert Eggers. Steve, my guess is that you do not have a comic book to review.
Oh, The Northman.
Yeah, I haven't seen. That's the one I haven't seen. Is The Northman.
I think that's the one I have seen.
Oh, cool.
Which, talk about a cast, it's got a Skarsgård in it.
It does.
Obviously, when you're doing Norse things, you need to have someone with an umlaut.
You gotta have a giant Skarsgård.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman, Anya Taylor-Joy. Yeah. Ethan Hawke. Bjork.
Oh, cool.
Dafoe.
That's cool.
Apparently he can bring the star quality to things.
Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy and I think Ralph Ineson are also in The Witch. Also, that was the first time I ever saw Anya Taylor-Joy in anything. Was The Witch.
So
that's a very scary movie. It's
is it?
It's not scary like things are jumping at you or there's bloody kills. Just ugh.
Yeah. Just uncomfortable.
Something really awful happens in the first 10 minutes or 5 minutes. And then you're just for the rest of them. At least I am. I'm just why did you make me watch that? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Is he kind of going to be how to describe it? A horror Wes Anderson, where it's just
that's
the same cast of characters every single times.
That is a pretty great way to describe Robert Eggers, I think. Horror Wes Anderson is a really great. Because he's
It's
very stylized. He's very
Yep.
like specific about his things. Like,
That's what
yeah,
kinda made me I was like, "Huh." Like, same characters or same actors every time, very like, what he sees is what's going on the
yeah,
film.
yes.
Yeah.
Specific ideas, specific
Yep.
aesthetic. Yes, I think that's an incredible way of describing Robert Eggers. Um, Steve, my guess is that you don't have a comic book to review.
I do not, although I did 100% catch up on Absolute Wonder Woman, and god damn, it's good.
I've heard. I continue to hear great stuff about
Yeah.
Absolute
Kelly
Wonder Woman.
Thompson is just blowing it out of the water on that book.
That's because she's incredible in
It's
general.
true.
Kelly Thompson is incredible. I also don't have a comic book to review, but
Oh, actually, since we talked, we both also talked to Stephanie Phillips and
that's
Fabian
true.
Nesteza and hung out at Collectors Con or at
Nickel City.
Nickel City Comic Con for a couple of days. So
That's true. Yeah, spoke a little bit to great writer extraordinaire Stephanie Phillips about her wonderful work on Daredevil and Harley Quinn and other things, and Fabian Nicieza about you. I mean, you talked to him for like a long time.
I was talking to him mostly about like the Argentinian World Cup and other random. It was like,
you hung out with him.
I was gone for like 20 something minutes. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I was just talking to him over there. There was nobody over there, so we just got
I know.
talking.
It's crazy. like, did you see what this? Did you see how this guy drew the X-Men in the 90s? Why isn't there a line around the block for this guy? Right. What are you doing here? If you don't care about this guy, why are you here?
Yeah, it's like, hey, this guy was the editor for Marvel through all of my childhood. Like,
yeah,
what are you doing? Like, I was explaining to Lisa, I had him sign 279 and X-Men 279 and 280, and 279 was his he had a co-writing credit with Claremont.
Yeah,
and 280 was the first book Claremont wasn't on in 17 years.
Crazy. And he
so
stepped right in,
I was like,
took over,
and it was his. He had the writing credit. I was like, "Can you sign this?"
Yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah,
of course.
yeah, sure. Of course. Let's talk more about soccer. Yeah,
yeah. Well, that was one of the vendors across was wearing like a Argentinian kit,
right?
And he's Argentinian, and we're like, "Oh yeah," just went off on the rails. So off the rails, you know the drill.
I do know.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. This week, in your local comic book store, you may find some of the following books: Absolute Flash, number 17; Absolute Green Arrow, number 3; Alien
That's been
King.
Great.
Green Arrow?
Yeah.
You've been keeping up with it? I only read the first issue.
No, I only read the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have to.
Ready to go. I know. I thought the first one was really good.
Yeah.
Good groundwork. The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Versity, number 4; Avengers Armageddon, number 2; Batman Superman World's Finest, number 53; Batwoman, number 5; Captain America 13; Catwoman 89; Dark Knights of Steel 2, number 1. Big debut from not Tom King, Tom Taylor, I think, is the Dark Knights of Steel guy. Deadly Tales of Gunslinger Spawn, number 16; Deathstroke the Terminator, number 5; Department of Truth, number 38; Orc, number 6; Fall of the House of Slaughter, number 3; Fantastic Four, 14; G.I. Joe, 24; Infernal Hulk, number 9; Inglorious X-Force, number 7; Invincible Universe, Battle Beast, number 11; Lobo, number 5; Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 2; New Titans, 37; Nightwing, 140; Punisher versus Spider-Man, number 1. Didn't know they were doing a team up. That's cool. The Rockefellers, number 13; Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Echoes of the Empire, number 4; Super Creep Show, number 5; Superman Unlimited, number 14; What If, Jessica Jones, number 1; Wonder Woman 35, and X-Men 33. I feel like I haven't really been into comics lately, like I've said, but just like kind of reading these is kind of like, oh yeah, comics. I like reading these. I should buy some of these and read them.
Yep. Well, it's like hearing X-Men. I haven't been keeping up on the main line, but Gail Simone's Uncanny is still standard Gail Simone quality.
Sure. Banger. Yeah. She's great. She's great. I've been hearing good things about the new Lobo book.
Yeah.
And that it's basically like a broad comedy, which I think is a good take to have instead of just like trying to make him tougher and grittier and whatever, you know? I am going to have to get a collected edition of Absolute Flash at some point because I really liked the beginning of it and I've just not been able to keep up. Like I said, I haven't been in the comic book store in way, way too long. I dropped off Nightwing before Tom Taylor left, but I don't know. I'm always interested in what Dick Grayson's got going on. So I don't know. Maybe I'll swing by, pick up some stuff at the good old Funky Town Comics and Vinyl. Steve, I know I asked you this yesterday, but have you started watching X-Men 97 season 2?
No. I about 3 different times today thought about it.
Yeah.
Proceeded to not do it.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to, but because I know if I do start, I'm going to watch all 4, maybe 5 of them that are out now.
Yeah, you're gonna burn right through them. Yeah.
Right. It was I got behind, and now I know myself well enough to know I'm going to speed catch up.
Yeah, so, I want to do that too. I got to find a good night to do it. Yeah.
And I hate binging. So it's going to be rough for me, but thankfully they're like 20-minute episodes. So
I feel like I don't mind binging TV like that when they're shorter episodes. When they're like, you're telling me I can get through 3 episodes tonight and it'll be like I watched a movie. Great. I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's harder for me to be like, okay, I got to wait a week and then watch this 20 minutes. But I watched the first episode, but I definitely fell asleep in the middle of it. It was like just a day when I was really exhausted. So I got to start over. What I remember seeing was very good, and I've heard very good things about it. But I want to start that. And did Cape Crusader season 2 already come out? Was that the end of June or end of July? I don't remember.
I want to
but
say
they announced it as being like sooner than we thought, I think. I don't remember if season 2 is out, but if it is, I got to watch that too. Pumped about that.
I can tell you in 2 to 5 seconds here.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Steve, when is Batman Cape Crusader from Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves debuting its second season?
July 31st, 2026.
July 21st. All right, so we got more to go. Okay, so I can catch up on X-Men 97 easily, get closer to the end of that season before I can jump into Batman Cape Crusader.
Brian seems to have confirmed that the X-Men episodes fly by and aren't long, but are real good.
Okay. That's how I felt about the first season.
Yeah.
Great. Can't wait.
I mean, see, that's part of the problem is like, do I want to go back and watch, like, Remember It? And like, there were some moments in season 1.
There really were, and it was really great. I think we talked recently, like, it's hard for me to believe how good it was. And I know if I went back and watched, I'd be like, yeah, no, this is great. But like, it's like before I watched it, I was in this mindset of like, it's going to be okay, maybe. And then it was like exceptional.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it in so long, my brain has gone back to like, it wasn't that good, right? But also there's a part of me where I'm just like, yeah, remember? Do you remember? It was exceptional. So
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Real good.
We'll see, but I am dying to jump into season 2. And I think that's all I got, Steve. Do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it. I would say if you have a Pulse and social media account, please check us out on Instagram and Threads, either via the Multiverse Report or also on our sister podcast, Haven't Seen Star Wars. Go check us out there. Like, subscribe here. Podcatchers of choice on both of them. Similarly on YouTube, we're here, they're there. And, you know.
Yep.
That's
for sure.
What I got.
That's what Steve's got. Yeah, Haven't Seen Star Wars is definitely more active on social medias than the Multiverse Report. you know, we're around. We're still here, obviously. But like we said, scheduling. Tough. We got a lot going on. And has been a whole lot of news to talk about,
True.
to be honest with you. So
This week's nerdy news doesn't work when there's no news.
Exactly. When there's nothing happening. So if you're not hearing it from us, it's not worth hearing. That's our new slogan right there, Steve. But I haven't seen Star Wars.
Run with that.
We could run with that. Haven't seen Star Wars. Definitely more active on social media. Definitely more active as far as regularly scheduled released episodes. So definitely,
assuming we can schedule our viewing.
I know. Yeah, we
thought we had so much time.
I was supposed to do that last week and I did not. So we have to tomorrow. You're all getting a text early tomorrow morning about scheduling our next recording.
Well, early is relative. You know, I'm up at, you know, the crack of dawn anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Sorry. Early to me, midday to you, Steve.
You know how many times I've held off on sending you text, Mike?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, he's not waiting.
I appreciate it, bud. But yeah, check us out. Haven't seen Star Wars. Like I said, we're more active, and we'll have episodes coming at you pretty soon. If you haven't listened to any of them, you can go back to the beginning. It's a real fun listen for sure. Rate and review and subscribe this podcast and Haven't Seen Star Wars. Tell your friends. And until next time, as the two suns set over the burnt corpses of Owen and Brew Lars, we say thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the multiverse.